Today, we're going to be linking together a lot of different concepts from body awareness to our past history of disordered eating, as well as learning a new concept called growth mindset. And we're going to be tying all these concepts together in a practical way using a letter writing exercise. So, the letter writing exercise is going to be your future self writing back to you now. But the letter is going to start off with your future self reflecting back to when you first started disordered eating. And then it's going to go into your future self currently enjoying the benefits of developing a skill in eating. So let me repeat that just to make it clear. Imagine a year from now, 2 years from now, a certain amount of time in the future. It doesn't need to be precisely 2 years or 1 year, but in the future somewhere, you have developed a skill. You have practiced, you have failed, you have learned from your failures, you have loved yourself, you have not judged yourself, and over time you have learned health skills, and now you are enjoying the benefits of these health skills. So in the second part of the letter, you're going to be talking about what are you enjoying? Peace with food, less anger, freedom from obsessional thoughts, stopping binge eating, your body has more energy, less fatigue, more trusting. There's all these things. I want you to put the most heartfelt reasons why you are doing this and frame it as though you are enjoying these things as a result of developing a skill. So you want to say stuff like this in the second part of the letter. You want to say stuff like this: I've been practicing my eating habits and learning the lessons from my binge eating, and now my binge eating has radically decreased and I'm enjoying the normalcy of food. You could say something like, I have really journaled and reflected upon the obsessional thoughts and whether they were true or not, and I've done my best to stand up for these thoughts. And even if I failed at times, I have picked myself up again and continued to practice, and now I notice that my thoughts are way less obsessional. So you want to phrase it that these benefits are the result of developing a skill, okay? And especially that these benefits are the result of learning from failure, okay? So that's the second part of the letter. The first part of the letter, this is where it's about the past. And what you do is you reflect about when you first started disordered eating, and you recall the emotional and sensations in your body that drove you to start disordered eating. So for example, if you started binge eating or disordered eating or dieting in high school, you might say, a long time ago, I began disordered eating in high school. But you don't stop there. You might say, yeah, I felt pressure from my friends, felt pressure from my parents, or maybe that I saw it in a dieting magazine. Share what was happening, what's the story behind you starting, but don't stop there. After you expand upon why you started disordered eating, whether it was the result of a diet, pressure from parents, you didn't know how to handle stress, maybe it was even much before childhood that you felt alone at night and no one was there to care for you. So food was there to protect you. Maybe you had trauma and food was there to protect you. Write about that. But then here's the key. What emotions, the range of positive and negative emotions, were present in your body that kept you going on this habit? For example, if you started dieting in high school because of you wanted to be attractive, the feeling of being attractive, the fantasy, that's a powerful positive feeling in your body, the hope. But also, the range includes the negative. If you are fantasizing about being beautiful and so forth, it must mean that you're feeling ugly right now. What's that feeling of ugliness feel like? Embarrassment, shame, maybe there's anxiety, what have you. So to recap this whole thing, the first part of the letter, it's a letter your future self a couple years from now is writing, and your future self is reflecting all the way back to your eating habits. And you start off a long time ago. I began disordered eating because I blank felt pressure, and here's what was going on in my life at this time, and here's how I felt. Here's the negative feelings in my body. I felt tight in my chest. I felt anger in my belly, whatever. And here's some positive things that I felt. I was very hopeful. And yet you want to even write about the smells or the sights, or um, many studies have shown that by doing a autobiographical reflection, we can sort of let go of the past. Okay. And so basically this letter symbolizes the transition from fixed mindset, your past, to your future, which is growth mindset. And I know this letter writing exercise can be a little bit complicated, so I've provided a prompt down below, which I'll just link to it. But yeah, that's what we have today. All right, write the letter, make the transition, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.